It is a rainy afternoon in autumn, and I am a boy, maybe 8 years old. I am digging through the back of my grandmother's dresser drawer looking for a spare battery, when my hand finds something soft. An envelope, worn pale at the corners and thick. I open it the way a child opens anything. Inside is money. More money than I had ever seen in one place in my life. Folded, quiet, patient, I remember counting it. More than 200,000 yen, hidden in the back of a drawer in a house where we mended our own coats and kept the same car for 15 years. My grandmother found me holding it. She did not shout. She knelt down, took it gently from my hands, put it back exactly where it had been, and told me very softly to never speak of it again. And I never did. Not until I was a grown man and finally understood what it was and why it may be the single wisest money habit my family ever kept. My name is Daiki. I am 28 years old, and that envelope had a name. In Japan, we call it Hesokuri. Let me tell you what it is, because there is nothing like it in the way most people are taught to think about money. Hesokuri is a secret stash, a private fund set aside a little at a time and hidden. For hundreds of years, in ordinary Japanese homes, the woman of the house would take a small amount from the household money, a coin here, a note there, an amount so small that no one would ever notice it was gone, and she would tuck it away where no one would look. Not to steal, not to deceive, but to build quietly over years and decades a fund that was hers that no storm could touch. And here's the part that surprised even me. When they survey households in Japan, they find that these secret stashes are not small. The average hesokuri is often more than 1,000,000 yen, built entirely from amounts so tiny that no one ever felt them leave. That is the power hiding in that worn envelope. Now let me be straight with you, because I know how this sounds to modern ears. I am not telling you to hide money from someone you love and lie to their face. The old world was a different world, and I will speak honestly about that in a moment. But underneath the secrecy is a money lesson so powerful that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Let me give it to you plainly. The reason the Hesokuri works is that it is money hidden from the most dangerous person of all. Not your husband, not your wife, you. Your own future self, on the bad day, in the weak moment when the sale is on and the excuse is ready. The single hardest thing about saving is not earning the money. It is not spending it once you have it. And the Hesokuri solves that completely. With one old trick, it puts the money somewhere your spending self cannot easily reach, and then it lets you forget it is even there. Think about how different that is from a number on a screen in your banking app, glowing at you, one tap away all day long. That is not saving, that is temptation with a balance. The envelope in the back of the drawer is the opposite. It is out of sight, it is a little inconvenient to get to, and so it survives year after year, it survives and it grows. There is a second thing the Hisokuri gives, and it is the deeper one. My grandmother lived much of her life without money that was truly her own. And that envelope, that quiet secret envelope, was her dignity. It was the knowledge that if everything went wrong, if the worst day came, she was not helpless. She had something. Do you remember in the very first thing I ever told you, I said the saved coin is freedom kept in a drawer. I did not know, when I said it, how literally I meant it. That envelope was her freedom. Folded and hidden and enough. If you are walking this road too, subscribe and walk it with me. I am here every week. That is all I ask. Now let me show you how to build your own. You do not need to hide anything from anyone. You only need to hide it from yourself. Here is how. First, choose an amount so small you will not feel it. This is the whole secret, and everyone gets it wrong by starting too big. Not a tenth of your pay, a few dollars. An amount so small that if it vanished, you would never notice. The Hesokuri was built from invisible coins, and so is yours. Second, put it somewhere out of sight and a little out of reach. In the old days, it was an envelope in a drawer. Today, the better version is a separate savings account at a different bank from the one you use every day, with no card in your wallet for it. The goal is simple. When the weak moment comes, the money must be just far enough away that the moment passes before you can reach it. Third, and this is the strange one, do not watch it, do not check it, do not track it against your spending. The magic of the envelope was that it was forgotten. Set your small amount to move on its own every week and then look away. Let a year go by. Let two, then open the drawer. Now the honest word I promised you. The old Hesokuri was kept truly secret, and in a marriage today, secrecy about money can do real harm. So take the wisdom, not the deception. If you share your life with someone, you can each have a private fund that the other knows exists, even if the exact amount stays your own. Keep the practice, keep the honesty too. And know that cash in a real drawer loses a little value every year to rising prices. So let your envelope be a quiet account, not a literal pile of bills. Take the feeling of the envelope. Give it a better home. So here's what I want you to do this week. Today, open a small savings account, or if you cannot, find a real envelope and a real drawer. Put in your first small amount, $5, 10, whatever is so small you will not feel it, and then close the drawer and forget it. You have just started your Hesokuri. In a year, you will be astonished at what the invisible coins became. That is how my grandmother did it, that is how my father did it, and it is still how it is done in any home that remembers. So tell me, in the comments, have you ever found or kept a hidden envelope of money? What was it for? I read every one of them. And next time, I will tell you about the one day each year my whole family sat down together and did something with money that almost no one does anymore. It took 1 hour, and it is the reason not one of them was ever truly afraid of the future. I will see you then.